On a cold morning, February 11th, 1931, 10-year-old Virginia Brooks found herself waking up late for school that morning. In a hurry, she joined her mother, Blanche, her father John, and her younger brother George for a quick breakfast as the entire household scrambled to get ready. After eating, Virginia quickly dressed, packed her bag and lunch, and made her way to the door. Her mother had urged her to slow down and to be cautious, but Virginia defiantly replied that she would rather die than to be late for school that day. Tragically, as she set off to school that day, Virginia would mysteriously disappear, making the last moment her mother or anyone else would see her alive. Before we delve deeper into this story, please make sure you like, subscribe, and to share. Turn on your post notification bell so you don't miss any cases or updates. Now back to this tragic case. But in order for you to understand this case, I need you to come with me back to February 11th, 1931 in San Diego, California. Virginia Louise Brooks would enter the world on July 10th of 1920 in Indianapolis, Indiana. Born to John Franklin Brooks and Blanche M. Lambert Brooks, the family would eventually settle in San Diego, California. This is where Virginia, a diligent sixth grader at Euclid Elementary School, was known for her intelligence and her composure. She was never overwhelmed by her studies, and she succeeded very well. On the morning of February 11th, 1931, Virginia woke up late. She began frantically getting ready for school that morning, and after a hurried breakfast with her parents and her younger brother George, she would then put on her white dress, which was adorned with flowers. She would slip on her black coat and her black shoes. She would put on her short socks and comb her hair. Then she would grab her book bag, which was filled with library books, and her lunch. Virginia told her mother, "Afraid I'm going to be late. Maybe I can pick up a ride." She then dashed towards the front door, where her mother would caution her to slow down and be careful even if she was just a little late. Virginia had stopped her in her tracks for just a moment and told her mother, "I would rather die than to be late for school," before slamming the front door behind her. On that fateful morning around 8 a.m., Virginia was set out to meet with her friend, Katie Lucero, for their daily walk to Euclid Elementary School, which was located on Winona Street, a routine that the girls would follow without fail. However, this day would mark the last time that anyone would see Virginia alive. After waiting about 15 minutes, Katie grew concerned when Virginia failed to arrive, prompting her to walk alone to school that day. As the day progressed and the family returned home, Blanche Brooks began to feel anxious when she realized Virginia had not made it home back from school. Initially, she dismissed her worries as a minor delay. Blanche's concern deepened as hours passed, leading her to contact the San Diego police to report her daughter missing. The following day, Virginia's father, John Brooks, took it upon himself to question over 500 students at Euclid Elementary School about the mysterious disappearance of Virginia, but none had seen her that day. A $400 reward was offered in a local newspaper alongside Virginia's black and white photos. Search efforts intensified that day as volunteers scoured neighborhoods, canyons, and vacant houses. Tips began to pour in, including one from a man who claimed that he seen Virginia in the back of a car, though this lead proved unfruitful. Another report from a passerby suggested that he seen Virginia walking towards a auto wrecking yard east of Euclid Avenue, prompting a search by 30 officers in the surrounding fields, but unfortunately, their efforts yielded no results, leaving the disappearance of 10-year-old Virginia Brooks a mystery. Until on Tuesday, March 10, 1931, at around 10 a.m., a sheep herder by the name of George Moses was tending to his flock when he noticed his dog behaving unusually, sniffing the ground with agitation. Initially, he dismissed the dog's behavior, and George continued with his work until the dog began barking and sniffing at a specific spot. Intrigued, George approached the area and discovered a sack leaning against a knoll, which had not been there the previous day, indicated that it had been placed there recently. Upon partially opening the sack, he initially mistook its contents for hams, but was horrified to find legs and stockings. As he tore the sack open further, a human skull rolled out, confirming his worst fears. In shock, George ran to the highway to flag down a passing truck driver, requesting that he inform the police about the discovery. When law enforcement arrived, they examined the sack further and found a coat and some shoes, which later matched to the belongings of 10-year-old Virginia Brooks. Another sack containing her library books was also located about 50 feet away. Also, some tire tracks were found about 25 feet away from her body, leading investigators to believe that the person who had killed Virginia had transported her from the car and placed her body against the knoll. In one of Virginia's severed hands, samples of hair were recovered, which indicated that Virginia put up a fight against her killer before her death. The body was transported to the coroner's office, where it was discovered that a bit of palm leaves were found inside of the sack along with the body. Bits of the Sun newspaper were also found in the sack, and it was dated for September 22nd, 1927. Coroner Chess Gunn stated that Virginia might have been strangled because of the oak stick twisted into the neck of her dress. He believed that the body had been kept nearly a month before her discovery. A letter will be mailed to the San Diego headquarters stating that Virginia was killed as a sacrifice by the members of the Black Magic cult. Unfortunately, none of those leads ever checked out. A man by the name of Joe Davison, a 55-year-old electrician, became a person of interest in the murder of Virginia when he was arrested on March 7, 1931, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, for theft. Although investigators questioned him regarding his whereabouts during the time of Virginia's death, he was not charged initially due to insufficient evidence. Coroner Chester Gunn enlisted an expert to examine Virginia's case, but the autopsy yielded inconclusive results regarding whether her organs had been removed or had decomposed naturally. Virginia's body was entrusted to the Good Body Mortuary as her family made arrangements for a funeral. Her mother, Blanche, expressed gratitude to the community and the detectives for their support during this tragic time. A significant number of mourners would gather at the Brooks family home, where unfinished Valentine's Day cards intended for Virginia's classmates remained untouched. The atmosphere was somber, with her room left empty and the house adorned with flowers and cards. Blanche conveyed to the reporters that the deep pain of confronting her daughter's death was unbearable. Virginia's funeral took place on March 20th, 1931, and she was buried in a silver casket sealed and draped in white velour, with her nameplate reading her name, Virginia Brooks. The service was held on Saturday at 2 p.m. Detectives would search through the attendees at Virginia's funeral, hoping to find any connection to her murderer, but yet no suspects emerged, leaving the case of 10-year-old Virginia Louise Brooks unsolved even as of 2026. If anyone have any information regarding the tragic murder of Virginia Louise Brooks in 1931, you are urged to reach out to the San Diego Police Department at 619-531-2000, or you can submit your tips, through San Diego Crime Stoppers. Despite the passage of time since this heartbreaking event, the memory of this innocent girl deserves to be honored. Virginia's life was cut short by a profound evil, robbing her of the chance to experience milestones such as prom or marriage. It is our responsibility to ensure that her story endures, keeping her memory alive and ensuring that she is never forgotten. We are currently here at the Mountain Hope Cemetery in San Diego, California, visiting the final resting place of 10-year-old Virginia Louise Brooks. Please continue to pray for the family of Virginia Louise Brooks. May they receive the justice that they deserve. And rest in peace to little Virginia Louise Brooks. May we advocate for you, through you, and about you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and to share for more of these cases and great content. Until next time, don't forget to love each other, pray for one another, and spread kindness to each other. Thanks for watching.